Hi guys, welcome back to the Sierra family. And today I am going to unbox a package I bought off of Thriftbooks. This video is not sponsored by Thriftbooks, but we hope to be sponsored by them very soon. So it's like an original package. I just, covered everything up, privacy first. And so, so I have my handy dandy scissors right here. Do not try this at home, kids, okay? So, here we go. So for the first book is A Night Divided by Jennifer A. Nielsen. Thought this book was going to be at least slightly better quality, but it's okay. It's probably going to get even worse with me having it anyways. Among the Imposters by Margaret Peterson Haddix. I have the first book. It is very good, and I also have the third book, but I haven't read it yet because I don't want to read it without reading the second book. Then I have Max's Story by W. Bruce Cameron. Let me know if I'm saying that right. And then another book by Jennifer Nielsen, The False Prince. What's it called? The details of the book. It sounded really good, so I got it. But I hope to do a reading podcast off some thingamajigger on books. I want to do a book thing. It's weird. I've been trying to do it for weeks, but my family is not the brightest in staying quiet for long periods of time. But I think I'll be right back. I have 4 books of Jennifer Nielsen, so I'm gonna go get them. So I got the books, so I was right. I have 4 books of Miss Jennifer A. Nielsen, and they're these books, Iceberg Resistance, Words on Fire, and Rescue, I think are historical fiction. And I'm pretty sure The False Prince is fiction. But this is a book about the Titanic. It basically says that bound for disasters, the Titanic carries many secrets. It's a historical fiction. It's one of my favorite books. I don't know how long it took. I have my brother's bookmark in there. I probably about 4 days in between school and stuff to read the whole book, and it's actually really, really good. This is actually the last book that I've read before I got this one. I'm explaining too much, jeez. I'm gonna end up messing up my understanding, you know what I mean. But then this one's, I think this is the second book I got off Thriftbooks. I got this book off Thriftbooks and I don't know how many more. I think this was the only one. Yeah, I think it was the only one. This is about her name's Chaya, I believe. Her name's Chaya. And so she becomes a part of this group where she has to go in between ghettos and smuggle in food and everything. It's actually a really good book. I'm gonna have to reread it to explain it better. And then Words on Fire was actually the first book, thanks to my mom. She got me this book from a book fair because I wasn't able to go. And so she got me this book, and so then I fell in love with it, and so I looked for her books, and I got Resistance. And so it turns out that, I'm about to tell you guys that later. And then this is about, her name's Audra, and so she doesn't know about the book ban in Lithuania. I think that's how you say it, Lithuania. And so she ends up joining, it's a little resistance club thing, and she ends up joining that, and then she starts delivering books. It has an amazing twist in the book. It's one of my favorites. And then Rescue, To be honest, I forgot what this book was about. I'm gonna have to reread it again. I'm making it sound like I read it more than once. No, actually, I only read it once. I have to read the back. Oh yeah. So her dad goes to like war, I believe. Comment down below if I'm talking about this book right. I have to reread the back, but her dad goes to war, and so she used to do like coding stuff with her dad and like solve riddles and everything, and so her dad goes missing, and then there's this guy that comes to her house and everything, and I have no idea why it's so hard for me to explain this. It's like so simple. And then she ends up like there's like this page where she has to solve like 6 riddles and what's everything to find her father. And I think she ends up going to some other place. She ends up crossing a border to something where they can't get to her. And so I actually got these 2 books, so I think with like birthday money or I don't know, money that some person gave me, my family mostly. I got these from a book fair. I think I got this one for like 9 something and $3. And my mom got this for like $2, and then I got this one for like $5. So yeah, so this book is going to this collection right here. I'm gonna get Lines of Courage soon. Like I made a sweet deal with my teacher. Well, my teacher made a sweet deal with me. Like if I stay off my phone for a month, I get like a book in return. And so yeah, I'm gonna get Lines of Courage next. These ain't her books. Like, I saw this and I'm like, ooh, are these more for books? And I'm like, yeah, no. Oh, so this is the Ascendance trilogy. This is where the False Prince comes into play. So that's that. And then for this, oh, I remember. I knew I got a book with Resistance. Okay, so I'm with this book. I got this book and this book at the same time. So while I was growing one collection, right, I over here started reading a new series. Yay! More books. And so, if you guys don't already know this, I'm a bookworm. I have somewhat of a library in my closet. I might show it. I don't know. Still thinking about it. But yeah, so I got this book. My mom found it. Thanks to my mom for encouraging me to read. It's actually very good once you find the books that you like reading. So I like reading. So I have this whole entire series. Well, I don't have the whole series. Actually, I'm going to get the book. I'll be right back. So I have the books, but I'm going to finish this first. And so this one is about a boy named Luke, where he's a 3rd child, and so I forgot where in the world it was. But they're only allowed to have 2 children. And so this couple had a 3rd child and named him Luke. And so he met another shadow person. That's what it is in the book, shadow children. And so he met another shadow child, and her name was a girl. I forgot what her name was. Something's wrong with me. I need to remember. I might remember like literally in the middle of the night and be like, such a simple name. Jen. Her name was Jen. See, it was a simple name, and I can't even memorize that. Well, he meets Jen one day, and so she over here hides because she knows she's been spotted. But then he goes over and actually meets her, and so they over here establish this bond, and they over here want to riot a thing, and so this is like a group. It's like a group thingy where they all all the shadow children go up to like the Capitol thing, and they try and start a riot, and then stuff happens, and yeah. And so then I'm surprised this came in good quality, and I got this from a thrift store. See, I'm tagged to prove it. I got this from a thrift store, not Thriftbooks, thrift store, like actual thrift store, Goodwill. And so I got the 3rd book because I found it there by pure luck. See, it says it right there, Goodwill. Goodwill. So I got this from Goodwill and then this from Thriftbooks. Jeez, well, you gotta step up your game. And so then I have books 2 and 3 to read. So more books to the collection. And so the series that I was talking about was Mystery, right? And the Hardy Boys. It's actually a very interesting series. So I already read the first 3 books. And so I'm reading this one, the the missing chums, right? Yeah, I'm reading this one, and now I have to do a school assignment on it because I couldn't pick which book to read. But that was the book I was currently reading, and so I read this one. I read these ones. This one, I think their dad goes missing. This one, they over here nearly get run over by a car, or somebody nearly gets run over by a car, and they establish a relationship with them. And then turns out bad things happen, right? I forgot what happened in the book. And then this is their first mission ever that they solve with or without their dad. Their dad is like a famous detective. Their dad is almost like in every single book that I've read. Basically in every single book that I've read. But yeah, this is their first ever mission that they ever solved. And I have the first 20 books, and I believe it's a 60, 70 something. It's a 66 long series. 66 books series. So, yeah. And so, Max's story actually comes from my mom getting this from a free place. And it was actually a really good book. Ellie is like a husky, I think. Husky German Shepherd. One or the other. And so she becomes a police dog. She was like somewhat slightly smarter than her brothers and sisters. And she's slightly smarter than her brothers and sisters. And the owner of her, I think it was Jacob. I don't have no idea where I got Mike from. Jacob over here takes her and trains her. And so she goes to like some earthquake. She goes somewhere in a helicopter because she's like over here in some earthquake. And like she loses her smell and something like that. Spoiler alert, sorry. She loses her smell and she can smell very faintly, and spoiler alert, she over here saves a kid. Fast forward if you don't want to hear it. It's a really good book. I really recommend it. And so Jacob and Ellie have like a really good bond towards the end of the book. So I hope Max's story is like somewhat along the same lines, but like different story, like along the same lines of this book, but with different stories. But this is not the only book I have from W. Bruce Cameron. I also have A Dog's Purpose. I loved the movie, and it was actually really good. So yeah, my mom also got me this book for Christmas. It's actually a really long book. Yeah. I have bookmarked the page. I only got to chapter 7 in like 3 days. It's a really big, thick book. So, yeah. So I'm going to separate all my new books from Thriftbooks. And so I got 4 books in total. And I'm very excited to read these 2 books. So, comment down below if you have read any of the books that I showed and which one you think you'd want me to do like a read aloud for. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Bye!